Hi there. Today, more about how enlightenment changes who you are. Let me clarify this. By enlightenment, I'm in the process of sinking into the still mind, becoming part of the still mind. It's a process that many call enlightenment. And when I say it changes who you are, I mean your perception of yourself. It's not anymore this sort of a physical entity that's got a past, present, and a future. There is no more identification with that physical person. And the more you're becoming enlightened, the more you sink into the still mind, the more you're becoming part of the still mind, the more the still mind takes over. And there is no more attachment to the thoughts. The less and less you can grasp this physical entity, this identification, this identity of a physical person is just gone into the thin air, into nothingness. There is nothing to hold on to. There is nothing to grasp. Everything just is, as is, without a center, passing through, not attaching to anything, not identifying with anything. Everything is completely fluid. And this material, physical person with a certain characteristics, with an ego, with an individuality, with a character, and so on, that we identify with before the process of enlightenment takes place, it's gone, it disappears. And then there is nothing to be done anymore. There is still this physical person that just goes on, living on a physical level that we perceive. But there is nothing to be done, nothing to achieve. The things get done by themselves. This physical person just does what it does. When you become part of the still mind, you enter the so-called stream. And that stream takes over everything. There is no more individual will. You do not make any decisions about anything. Things happen as they happen. You take actions that you take. But everything that you do, that you perceive that this physical person does, is in sync with the still mind, which is still, peaceful, balanced at all times, without it, outside, completely outside the time and space of the human conditioning or the human dimensions. It's not changing at all. And no actions that would disturb this peace, that would disrupt this balance and this stillness are possible at all. Even if you want to do them, you cannot. The stream takes over. You're part of the stream. All your actions, all your behavior is completely in sync with the still mind and cannot be any other way. And it's got nothing to do with moral principles. Moral principles are part of human conditioning that is perceived on a physical level, on the surface level, when we identify with the thoughts. But inside the still mind, there is no human conditioning, there is no moral principles or anything like that. It's just the still mind and the nature of the still mind. And everything that happens there or is perceived as happening there is part of the nature of the still mind. Balanced, peaceful, completely at ease, and in complete harmony. Everything is in complete harmony, completely in sync. So any actions that would be in contrast or opposite that are just not possible. Absolutely not possible. No individual will is possible. It doesn't happen anymore. You're part of the still mind and part of the stream. And there is no more you. And this behavior is really not your behavior anymore. And actions can be unpredictable because they're really not your actions anymore. And when you listen to me talking about it, you might think, oh my God, oh, I don't really want that. But actually, it is completely liberating. When you stop being imprisoned in that sort of shell of a physical person, of a physical body, limited by this conditioning of the physical body of the human being. It's absolutely blissful. Complete peace, complete balance, complete liberation if you want. And no individuality. Nothing at all. It all happens gradually. It will happen to you too, as it happens to anyone who is gradually, slowly sinking into the still mind, moving away from the surface thoughts, practicing no thinking. Embrace it. It's so welcoming. It's homecoming. It's so peaceful. Embrace it. Look forward to it. Take care. Bye-bye.